So I'm recording through my computer. I know it's kind of not the best quality right now, but anyways, I want to kind of go through with what happened to me today in the morning when I was taking some pictures. You know, I thought I had some pretty decent images, and I was like, oh, I guess I'll be happy with that, and I'll just go to class. Well, in the end, I ended up staying and taking about, I'd say, 40 shots, and I was only happy with, well, one of them in the end. The other ones I wasn't really happy with, and that happens sometimes. Sometimes we get through that. A lot of times I get through that, or I don't keep all the images that I shot. That would be a lot of space that I take up. So sometimes you have to be selective with the images that you take, and just keep the best ones, or keep the ones that you really want to remember, like sentimental, like if it's really that big of a deal, well then yeah. Hey guys, so today I took some pictures before I went to class, and I actually went before the sun rose, and then you can see that the sun was barely rising here. You can see that sun right there. But I thought it was I wanted to take some pictures, and I thought this image was interesting, but it wasn't, I don't think it was what I was really looking for, so I kind of felt like it was kind of boring. And then I thought this was pretty interesting, this window. But I was just trying to get around and get some different kinds of shots around here. So I was trying to get some different angles, moving around a little bit. I was seeing what would make me happy, and then I actually decided, I'm going to go on top. So I went on top and started taking these pictures, and I thought they were okay. They were pretty interesting also. So I was like, oh, I guess I'm happy with it. I'm just going to go to class, even though I still had time. But then I was like, you know what, I'm going to look through this window, and then I seen, well, look at the light that's coming in, and look at this light right here. It's getting this glow in there. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to take more pictures. Well, I thought I was just going to take one more or two more pictures. But then I see that there's this thing right here, and it was kind of annoying. And this thing here, I didn't like that either. And, the whole cement thing, and this pole right here, and this pole, and this building, really. It was pretty distracting for me. And so I just started moving around. I think I changed my exposure, but what really changed was I was starting to move my angle, my perspective. So then you can see it now, this van's getting covered up. You can kind of see it a little better right here in this instance, but I started moving and started covering the poles, started covering this thing here I don't like. So I just, was like, oh, you know what, I think this one's the one. Because I don't see the van, I don't really see the buildings. And this pole, I guess I can edit it out later, and then this thing I could probably edit out later too. But then I was like, I'm gonna stay. I think I want to move around still. And then I looked through the window, and I was like, wait a minute, I can just take a picture through the window. I was like, you know what, that's it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be here forever, and I'm not gonna be finished. I'm just gonna keep going. I have like 30 minutes before class, so you guys know. So I still had time, but I was just like, I guess I'll just go because I'm going to take too many pictures. So then I'm like, man, this is kind of distracting. I don't like the way it's bright, really, really bright here. And it's just overpowering. And it draws away from the eye. So I was like, you know what? I think this is the one. And then I was like, well, then again, there's this pole again. I didn't really like it in this pole. And at least I got rid of this thing, but, I still kind of had it right here. A little. So then I just started moving around a little bit, and I still had the pole, and I still had the hot spot. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go. And I just actually literally walked away for a little bit, and then I was like, no, I can't. So I had to, and then I'm like, oh wait, got this hot spot again. I was like getting a little bit frustrated. And then I still had the hot spot, but I wanted to figure out what I can do to get rid of that pole and not see too much over here on this side. And then I backed up a little bit, or actually I got in closer. But I moved my angle, and you can see the big difference already. You can see there was that pole there, and I just moved a little bit, and then I was able to get this shot. And then I believe I was happy with that. Yes. Yeah. So I was between these two shots, but I picked this one because it doesn't have this hot spot, as you can see right here. So I like this one. or I might even just crop this one. I don't know, I'm kind of stuck between both of them, but you see how much better of an image it is than the one over here. And the first one, or the first ones. So you can see how much better it is than this one. And I was going to leave that, actually. I was going to leave it like that. So imagine I just got a way better shot. I'm going to bring it in so you guys can see. Yeah, my image was much better. I'm going to compare them so you guys can see them all together. But yeah, I was going to just leave it like that. And I'm so glad I didn't leave. And I think that's the problem with many people, that they just want to be conformed. They don't challenge themselves. Let's see if I can kind of, nope. Okay, I don't know how people do it. But anyways, so yeah, people don't challenge themselves. And I was going to stay with this shot, but I'm so glad I didn't, because I didn't like it right here. I didn't like this. I didn't like this. And then these ones, I think I'm not really sure which one I'm going to pick yet, but these ones are way better than this one over here. And it's way more interesting because it's through the window. So if I would have left, I would have left with this image, and then I would have been, okay, I'm happy with it, but I'm not happy with this part of it. So challenge yourself. Don't stop shooting. Sometimes you have to shoot, 30 shots, or in my case, I think it was like 15 shots. It's not always going to be on your first shot that you're happy with it. Keep shooting. And then I even noticed that I think it was one of the first ones of these I was going to leave and over the window, and then I noticed it was out of focus. So if I would have left, I would have left with an out of focus image that I thought was better, and I'm so glad I didn't leave. I think this one might be a little bit out of focus, so maybe check it out. Maybe not. You know what? It is a little bit out of focus, and I think this one was better. Yeah, because it's zoomed in a lot, so it doesn't look super clear. So I'm just gonna crop this and then move it down, and then I think I'm gonna fix it. And by doing okay, so I pushed R, so that's the crop tool, and I'm actually gonna crop it, and then you can readjust it in any other way, like move it sideways and stuff. So I don't want that hot spot there to be distracting. And now I'm gonna just start editing it.